Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this bonus unboxing video, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So it's not from actually shows either, something inside here. And for those of you who are new to the channel, what we like to do is turn it into a bit of a guessing game, and you're going to try and guess what figure I've got in here. Now, first confession, I've had this figure for quite some time, but I just still not got round to getting out of the box, to having a proper look at it. But it's one I've been really interested in, and indeed I wanted to do a video on it ages ago. But as I'm sure you can understand, with 3 kids, etc., everything just sort of gets in the way. And of course with Hasbro and Takara really not helping the situation with completely releasing so many figures that I just can't keep up anyway. But it all become apparent in a second why I'm now deciding to get this figure out and in fact have a quick look at it. So the figure itself, it's quite a scarce one, and the reason for that is it's a Botcon figure, so that means it's a convention figure, so it was never available at retail. And yeah, they were, I suppose, not made to order, if you know what I mean, but there was only a set amount of these particular figures made, again, purely for that particular convention. And I was lucky enough to get this from Robot Recruits because he's a collector himself as well as an online store. And I suppose like most people, especially over the last few years, they've started to sort of thin down their collections. I myself have done it with my movie bots. And when you get into like I suppose the community like this, you find out what sort of people want. I know a few people who've had my movie bots, etc., and Phil obviously knew that I was after some Botcon figures, so I got first dibs on this particular figure and what it is. So let me just tell you the year. Whether or not it'll help or not, I don't know. The year is 2012, but the thing, as I say, with Botcon is they're all existing molds. Now, the thing that's a little bit interesting about this is it's not really a movie bot mold, although it sort of is. The original owner of the mold was, as I say, I think it might have been the year before. Yeah, the original of the mold might have been the year before. It wasn't in a specific movie toy line, so it wasn't obviously Dark of the Moon, and it wasn't Revenge of the Fallen. Actually, it might have been, the original thing might have come out in 2010. In fact, I think the original use of the mold was 2010. And the reason for that is there was a subgroup of figures in between, and you're probably trying to guess, but I'm going to tell you anyway. In between Revenge of the Fallen and in between Dark of the Moon, there was a subline of figures called Hunt for the Decepticons. And as I say, they were released same sort of time as Hunt for the Decepticons and Reveal the Shield. Now, I cannot remember which one this is. I do have the original owner of this mold. I really liked it, to be fair, and I don't really like too many movie bots. But the reason why I liked this one is because they redecoed it into the colours of a Pretender. And it's a very clever use of the mold, making it look like, obviously it didn't have the Pretender gimmick at all. It looked more like the outer shell of the Pretender rather than the inner robot. The mold was actually also used as well in the Hunt for the Decepticons, or whichever one toy line. So the mold's been used 3 times, one for an Autobot, one for a Decepticon, and one for this, which can sometimes be called shattered glass version of the figure that you're about to see. The original owner of the mold, big clue, I think it's B-Mac's favourite, apart from Soundwave. I think it's one of B-Mac's favourite figures. I'm sure I've heard him say that before in the past. Yeah, so the original character that this particularly used was a Generation 1 1985 Minibot. This 2010 version was a massively upscaled Voyager class version of that particular figure, and as I said, in 2012 they completely redecoed it in the colour scheme of a Pretender. And yeah, I'm really pleased obviously that I've got round to actually getting it out of the packet and have a look at it. It is a Decepticon. As far as I'm aware, he was a member of the Mayhem Attack Squad. I'm pretty sure he was, now I've said that. But he might, no, actually, no, he probably isn't, now I've just said that. The character was a small, the original toy was a small Pretender. And yes, he was a Decepticon. And the last clue I can give you, I suppose, is he was a little bit nautical, hence the use of the sea spray mold. So if any of you remember it, I think it was the Hunt for the Decepticon sea spray mold. This is the Decepticon. Oh, I just dropped his weapons and everything. Botcon Octopunch figure. And of course, for those of you who collect new age figures, they've got round to releasing the ones faster than I expected, so that's why I needed this figure, so I can of course do some video comparisons with it. If you got the name, fantastic guessing, well done, thanks for playing along. And also, please don't type the name of what he is in the comments, just put the time that you got it, or if you didn't. Anyway, prepare to see a video on the new age version and of this very, very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.